What happened to the smartest kid in your class? Smartest guy from my high school became an actual rocket scientist. There were two. They were twins. They're both geneticists now with PhDs. And they work at the same university. Died from a brain tumor right after he graduated high school. He was dang smart. Could play the piano upside down too. The smartest kid in my school was really popular. And was one of my closest friends. But when he graduated he left everyone and everything behind, including his family. He even changed his name. I found out this little bit of information because a friend went to an academic conference and showed me a group photo and he was in it. I exclaimed, "That's my friend Pascal." He kept his first name but his last name was an anagram of his original name. He's in jail for murder. Came as a surprise. She worked at Johns Hopkins doing research with psilocybin. Which profession has the most f-ked up people in it? People that work in car dealerships. The car business is full of degenerates. People I have met who are life coaches seem to be the most whack-a-doodle people ever. As a CPS worker, the investigation supervisors were all having affairs and one strangled the new hire in the office. Our judge got a DUI. Even HR was sleeping with the office manager. I was a busboy at 16 years old. The very first staff meeting I attended, management started off by telling us, no more doing coke in the parking lot. Our guests are not fucking blind. I was literally a church-going altar boy and was scared to work there, but everyone was a high energy character and kinda looked out for me. There was a bunch of slamming, yelling, cursing, and fighting, but nobody was malicious. After college, I worked in finance, a boiler room sales office, and those guys were a bunch of entitled, greedy, racist, elitist, narcissistic, violent douchebags. The first week I was killing it and thought I could put up with the toxic environment. Because the money was great, I quit by the end of the week. Prison guards. What is horribly overpriced? Funerals. I swear that it would be cheaper to melt some platinum and pour it into a printer cartridge than to buy some regular printer ink. Groceries. Being alive. And I'm not even having a good time. Housing, healthcare, and food. The stuff that matters. Groceries are insane. They go up every week a noticeable amount. I don't know how people on fixed incomes afford to eat. People who grew up poor. What was your best, poor, hack? Sometimes drinking a lot of water can help with hunger. Beans and rice are actually quite nutritious. When I was poor and young, I would go to art openings for the snacks and free wine. Sleeping can help you in forgetting that you're starving. You can use vinegar, baking soda, or dish soap to clean almost everything. You don't need to spend money on a bunch of specialty cleaning products. Also, don't throw away torn, stained clothing or towels. These are your new cleaning rags. Now you don't need paper towels. Pick up some cheap thrift store sweaters, coats, hats, and gloves. They don't need to look great. Wear them inside to save on heating bills. If you're really cold, just keep layering on more clothes. Summer clothes, winter clothes, all of it, before you pay to have something repaired. Watch YouTube and see if you can fix it yourself. Try to borrow the tools to do the job. Clean the tools before returning them in a timely manner. And it's more likely they'll lend them to you again. If you have a bunch of roommates, libraries can be nice, free, quiet, climate-controlled places to get downtime. Foil over your windows if you don't have air conditioning to keep the heat out. What do you think about having a fried egg on a cheeseburger? It's delicious. It's an easy way to make the burger cost an extra $3 at a restaurant. I never do it at home, but Red Robin has the Royal Burger and it's good. It all depends on the execution. The Australian burger with the lot was the first time I encountered it. The Aussie burger with everything seems to be pretty interesting for a number of its ingredient choices. Beetroot, pineapple and a fried egg are common additions. I was surprised the first time I was given one of these. In Hong Kong back in the 1970s. After shrugging and eating it anyway. I found it delicious. What is the biggest red flag on a first date? When they won't stay off their damn phone. Ask you to blow into the alcohol tube on the dashboard? They keep talking about their ex. They don't look anything like their pics. If they have you get on a motorcycle and burn your leg and then take you to McDonald's. Poor hygiene. Which TV series was dragged out into far too many episodes? Grey's Anatomy. First seasons were amazing, but it became hard to watch after some point. Sad face. The Walking Dead. That 70s show was great until about the second half of season 7. Season 8 was atrocious and hard to watch. Happy Days. The literal source of Jump the Shark. I'll name a still current show in SpongeBob SquarePants. Only really cared about the first 3 seasons that aired when I was growing up and in which the original movie was based on the events after. Nickelodeon also went against Steven Hillenburg's wishes to cancel the show after those 3 seasons. And the movie, even though SpongeBob is among the only shows people would watch on Nick today. Arrow should have ended after season 5. The additional team members were not good at all. What's the most hurtful thing someone has ever said to you? When I was young, my mom said holidays are better without me. You're ugly and underdeveloped. I was 10 years old and to this day it still gets to me. No one will ever love you. Quote, that's the closest I ever got to actually killing myself because I truly believed these words. You'll never be loved or cherished because you look like me. You will never belong anywhere. No one cares about you enough to actually be there for you. You will be a burden to everyone else. From dad to 11-year-old me after we argued about how he missed my birthday again. But looking back, I laugh because it seemed like he was projecting his own insecurities onto me. Lol, tears of joy. In spite of not being good looking, you are so good at studies. I don't know whether I must feel hurtful or not. You look like you've gained 30 pounds since you moved out. This was a month after said move. And it was only 5 pounds. What's a hidden flex you rarely get to show off but are proud of? 30 years ago I could judge how much more time was available on a cassette tape I was mixing. Down to the second just by looking at it. I pick up trash on the ground and throw it away. Even when no one is looking. Even when it's not even my trash. Oh, also, I put my shopping cart back every time. I learned Japanese by myself. I hit a home run in college, through the back window of my own car, asterisk sunglasses emoji. I can name most countries, their capitals and major cities from the top of my head and point to them on the map. I'm just waiting for someone to talk to me on the street with a camera and microphone so I can brag about my useless skill. Cold sweat smile. My PlayStation Plus is paid till 2036. Subscribe, my brothers.